Hey my dear viewers, this is Mega881000 again, and I have another info update for you. This time it's about the Shoto Digimon figure series again, because two new ones have been announced, and as you already could guess from the thumbnail, Bandai has picked out Metal Greymon and Vergarurumon as the next ones. I have to admit, while I've made many detailed updates about the last Shoto figures, I haven't bought any one of these new Shoto Digimon action figures yet. They are just a little too small for my liking, but I'm still thinking strongly about buying just one or the other of them. For those of you who shouldn't have heard about them yet, the Shoto figure series is a kind of simpler but very affordable, smaller action figure series in general, in which all 8 end evolutions from Adventure 01 plus Omegamon have been released in the Digimon section so far, or for the Digimon section. And the Digimon Shoto figures are all about roughly 3.1 inches tall and 2.4 inches wide, which would be about circa 87 centimeters tall and almost a bit over 6 centimeters wide. And despite their rather small size, they are very nicely detailed and also have a lot of paint apps and are also very poseable. Of course, compared to the real and high-priced figures of the collector section, you also have to make a lot of compromises. That was with a single price for the standard versions of 950 yen each for the first 9, also logical and not comparable with collector action figures. By the way, 950 yen would be about close to $9 or about 7.57 euro. But on the whole and in general, they are all nothing to sneeze at for this very low price. And before, they were available for pre-order as Bandai premium versions in form of these 3 sets with these special collector's boxes with artworks, where the figures all including one additional stand for each figure with the printed on crest symbol. The premium Bandai version boxes each were randomly packed with 6 figures, had a suggested retail price by Bandai of 4,950 yen, which would be about circa $45 or 37 euro. But only this as a short summary. As I said, I made several detailed update videos about this whole topic some time before. And we coming to the details of the official promotion update from Bandai about the now newly announced Shoto Digimon figures. As mentioned in the With the Will forum, this is the official announcement picture. All further informations I also taken from this forum. The member who posted about it wrote as much as that the two had been teased a while ago and that they are looking super great from the official announcement picture here. I really have to agree, people. I think that for such small figures with such a low price, those two new figures also looking very good. As far as the overall mold goes, they are generally very accurate and detailed and true to detail, and a lot of the details have also got the accurate paint apps. Of course, some paint apps are missing as well, but for the rather low price, actually pretty nice looking. Or what do you think? And this time you can be sure that the true release will be released with exactly these good colors and color tones, because I was skeptical about the others back then, but they actually got released as shown in those promotion images. In general, I also think that you can see on Metal Greymon as well as on Varigurumon some improvements. At least they are looking a bit more improved in terms of the overall design compared to the general previous Shoto Digimon figures design, which got already released. Or is it just me? But these two promotion images looking very promising, don't they? I think that both the new Shoto Metal Greymon as well as the new Shoto Varigurumon are each very accurate to their original character design, at least as far as this was possible to do with the small figure size and also the price range. The two new ones were not officially labeled as Wave 4, so it's actually unclear if these are getting a standard release. So it is actually unclear if they will getting standard release versions, which means that it is still unclear if they will be sold each a single box as an alternative again, like it was with the previous Shoto Digimon figures. If you not bought these complete sets, Premium Bandai sets. The next picture is about the extra parts, or just let me call them option parts. And attention please people, spoiler alert at this point now, because as you could see before, Metal Greymon and Varigurumon doesn't come with the same stands this time, but this time with these awesome option parts to be able to get a representation for them for their two new modes known from the new Digimon Reboot anime. How I said, spoiler alert at this point. To be more precise about this, we get those option parts to be able to additionally represent Metal Greymon's new Alterous mode and Varigurumon's new Sagittarius mode from the Reboot anime with those new figures, which I think is pretty cool. These option parts also look very good and detailed also in terms of the paint apps, which I think are really impressive. Unfortunately, I can't translate the Japanese here, but below we have this advertising image again, and the following was noted again in the forum. So to speak, this is rather a list of all option parts we getting for both new figures. For Metal Greymon's Alterous mode we get the Alterous arm, which can open and close into cannon and plate forms. A Giga Destroyer missile plus even a stand for it. A Positron blaster effect for the Alterous arm when it's in its cannon form. And an interchangeable chest piece that shows it open for Giga Destroyer. For Varigurumon we get 6 wings for the Sagittarius mode and the 2 option hands holding the Sagittarius plates. As you can see. That's a lot, I think, especially for Metal Greymon and in general for such small figures that almost gives you Figure Arts vibes. For me personally, I also see it with a crying eye at the same time and with the question, why not that as Figure Arts? But well, this only marginally. In addition, I show you all the official promotion images here, with which you getting even more real Figure Arts vibes, don't you? But I think they are looking very similar. Otherwise, I think that in this special case it would probably not make sense for Bandai to release these new Shotos as a single standard version again, because I think that we can assume that only the premium Bandai version comes with these option parts, and therefore a standard version would be released without the option parts. But here you can see that they want to promote the 2 new modes of Metal Greymon and Varigurumon from the Reboot anime with the set, and therefore want to promote the reboot anime itself. We will see it, but this time I think those only 2 new Shoto figures will see no standard version release extra again. Regarding Shoto Vergarurumon, I have to say that this figure is the best official representation in figure form of him so far, from the images and the real upgrade over the old action feature Vergarurumon from back then. Above all, I think it's great that they gave him yellow eyes, this time for the right representation in and from the anime, which has never been the case with the official figures of Vergarurumon before. Of course, with the upgrade topic about the action feature figure version, this also applies to Shoto Metal Greymon compared to his old action feature action figure. It is also mentioned that the pre-order option has been opened at Premium Bandai Japan. You can pre-order both for 5,500 yen, which would be about 50 and 17 US dollars, which would be about 41 and 11 in euro. The figures will be shipped in October 2021, and it was mentioned again that the pre-orders close earlier when they reach certain numbers. And since they are so-called candy figures, again, gum will be added to the figures as expected. Also, the member who posted everything about in the forum also mentioned that this new set of Shoto figures looks super nice and has some nice bonus items, though the price has gone up a bit because of the option ports. And I think you can agree again, right? Well, about a price increase of about just a bit under 5 US dollars or 4 euro. For this time only 2 figures, but with a bunch of option ports compared to the lower price of about a bit over 45 US dollars or those 37 euro back then for each of the 3 Premium Bandai version sets with the stands with 6 figures per set at random. You can of course argue. Sure, you get less for more coasts now with the new set, but I think just a bit under 5 US dollars more is not the world and not an enormous amount of additional money they offer, and you now get many smaller option ports which are probably more difficult and more expensive to produce and compared to the production of such stands which came with the previous released Shoto Premium version. So I would still consider the rather small price increase as justified. In fact, at least at the time I created the update, I was very torn between buying this new set. However, there was still no confirmation for an international release and therefore no informations about it. So if you are interested, I advise you to pre-order them immediately at Japanese online stores. Hot tip from me would be the Nippon Yasan online store, which has almost passed the suggested price on to its customers at just about almost 60 US dollars or under 50 euro, which is still reasonable, I think, because the 2 new Shoto figures are already get offered for like almost double this price at Japanese eBay shops, which is really more than insane in compare to Nippon Yasan's price. With this in mind, make your own decision. And that brings us to the end of this rather short update video. I hope that you liked this info update video again. If so, please give me a thumbs up for it and or subscribe to my channel. I hope I could tell you something new again. I'm out. Until the next video, your Mega88 1000.